Hey everyone, Rob Wickham here. I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of the HEXA-TABLE. You can imagine why it's got that name. I found a lot of great ways of using hexagonal geometry to reduce 3D printed support material and give it a nice clean look. So let's start with the wireless charging capability, and we'll build out the table just as if it had shown up. You unbox it and you're putting it together yourself. So this is the center panel, and here is where your wireless charger will go. We have an option for you on our Etsy shop, or you can supply your own. It can be a maximum of 100 millimeters in diameter and 11 millimeters thick, and it'll work. So how you do that, you lay it face down in here because this is the charging surface on this side. You put your charger down in there, and then you grab these shims and you put the thickest one in first on top of your charger, and then the next one, and so on, until the shims are level with this edge right here. And these shims make sure that your charger stays snug down there, right? So the magnetic or the electromagnetic charging is at its most effective. When you've got that, then you leave the charger in there and you take just those shims that you needed to use and put them in here, squeeze them in so they're snug, and then you line up these little nubs on the sides here with the corresponding parts that stick out, and you just push it down and it will hold your wireless charger exactly there up against here. And if you have extra shims, that's the point. You just use the shims you need to get a nice snug fit. All right, now this hole, when you put your charger in, you can run the USB cable out here. And then when this is inverted, installed in your ride, that cable can snake up above or wherever you need to source your power from. So next, we've got this rubber insert in a variety of colors. I chose orange for today. This just slides in here. You can push these edges in there and it stays nice. All right, next up is the table sides. We'll start by putting their legs in, and these legs are the things that go into the drink holder. So we just push these back, and then we've got these print in place deadbolts here. You just push it over and it makes sure that that leg is just that much more secure. And we'll do the same thing to the other one. And these have a special geometry so they can't go in backwards. They are pretty snug going in on purpose, and through that deadbolt. And now the next thing we're going to do is attach these side panels to the main panel. And you can see we've got these little icons with locks and arrows. So lock towards each other. And we'll do the same thing here. And then we've got this really fun lock bar. It goes across the back. It folds down when you want to take the tray out. When you want to lock it in place because you want more than gravity holding your tray table in, you flip it up and lock this little deadbolt here, and that will hold it right underneath the that portion of HVAC that's right above your cup holder. So to put this guy in, we just start here. Of course, there are also icons on the bottom, and we can slide that over. And there is that much of our table. Now let's talk about these little guys. These are cup holders, and they come with a snap-out lid. And what's in here is it's a twist lock part. You can take it out and then use your official twist lock brand cup holders, and these will stay in there over the bumps, ruts, and things you hit out there on in your van, and you can just take it out and have a drink, put it back in. But if you're in snack mode, this is a smooth surface that allows you to put your pistachios or your M&Ms or whatever you want down in there, and you can easily get them with your fingers. So it's a protector, and it'll keep little thingies out of those bayonets that hold the twist lock mugs in. So there's that. Or you could put your keys or whatever you want in here, loose change, singles, and then this little guy snaps into place, and it's a pretty self-contained unit. It's not waterproof or airtight, but it's pretty close. So then these, they snap in here, and all we do is line up these little tick marks and push on opposing corners right there. So I got that one and that one. I just push and it clips in place. Let's do this one too. And last but not least, we've got a pretty slick trash can here. It's got a lid with just enough tension to stay open if you hold it up. If you move it up, it stays down when you do that. It's got a rubber mount here that's very flexible, and that's the thing that lets you install it under this table. You put the slot in and you just lock it in place. It has little nubs on it, so it has a positive install action. And that's how it is. You've got your beverage holders, a place for your Kleenex or garbage of any kind, wireless charging, access to your power door button, or there's a special little plug that we can put in here if you don't have that feature, no worries. You've got your gravity-proof lock mechanism to hold your tray into your cup holders. And that is the HEXA-TABLE. Thanks for watching.